Let's go, Jamal Murray. Let's go. That's how you close a game. That's how you close a game. Struggling all day. Struggling all day. Couldn't stop nobody. They couldn't score. Couldn't do nothing in the first half. 45 points in the first half. Looking like they was about to give another game away they shouldn't have lost. And then here we go. Everybody panicking. Everybody's watching the game saying, man, I guess they just gonna lose. I guess it just ain't their day. And the next thing you know, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton, Facu Campazzo showed up. Gave Chicago the business. Did you see that fourth quarter? First off, Jamal Murray went into halftime with 3 points. He ends the game with 34 points. 34 of them. I'm talking about a clutch sidestep game tying with .06 on the clock. Game tying shot, game tying 3-pointer right in front of the Denver Nuggets bench because Jamal Murray is like that. Jamal Murray got a heart of steel. Jamal Murray never fades away from the pressure. We've seen it in 2 playoffs. We saw it against the Phoenix Suns, hitting a game tying shot against DeAndre Ayton on the left wing. We see it. Jamal Murray got ice in his veins. Jamal Murray is that problem. Again, he didn't start off well. He didn't touch the basketball during the All-Star break. He struggled out the gates those first 2 games, 13 points in 2 games. Last game, he had 8 assists, 16 points basically. Tonight, 34 points for Jamal Murray. 34 points, 5 assists, 12 of 20, 60% from the field, 6 of 7 from the 3-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, +2 in a game. The Denver Nuggets won by 4. Welcome back, Jamal Murray. All NBA showing from Jamal Murray. Name them. Who's hotter than Jamal Murray when Murray Flurry's happening? When the blue arrow is out, who's hotter? Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard? That's the category Jamal Murray exists in. Remember, this is the same Jamal Murray, 50 points on 25 shots, 21 of 25 from the field, and 8 of 10 from the 3-point line. The same Jamal Murray, 50 points without a free throw. Jamal got it in his bag. Jamal can get it done, and Jamal stepped up today. Clutch bucket after clutch bucket. He put the Nuggets up 4 in overtime with a nice little mid-range shot off of Jokic 2-man game, pick and roll off of the left baseline. What a game, man. What a game for Jamal Murray. What a game for Nikola Jokic. Another MVP performance. He started this game off slow. He started the game off slow and gave another MVP performance because he's the best player, most outstanding player in the NBA. If you haven't seen, go to Twitter, look at Bomani Jones from ESPN, said it. He's the most outstanding player in basketball this season. 34 points off of 14 of 23 shooting. 34 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and a +5 in a game the Denver Nuggets won by 4. By the way, I'm SwipaCam. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Victory lap. Victory lap for everybody in the house. Victory lap for everybody in the house. And let me not forget Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, 42 minutes. Listen to this. Murray, Jokic, Porter, 42 minutes. The big three had 42 minutes apiece. Will Barton had 41 minutes. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 14 from the field, 50%. 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. But Michael Porter Jr. was a +12 in a game the Denver Nuggets won by 4. In the game the Denver Nuggets won by 4, Michael Porter Jr. was a +12 because he is putting it together. Michael Porter Jr. could have had 20 points easily tonight. He shot 50% from the field. The dude was playing defense, man. The dude was playing defense tonight. Had a steal tonight. Jokic had 2 steals tonight. Jamal freaking Murray had 4 steals tonight. Wow. The big 3, man. They all made a play in the fourth quarter and overtime. Every single one of them. This is what you dream of, Denver Nuggets fans. This is what you dream of, Jokic fans, Serbians, Croatians, my Argentinians. This is what you dream of. You dream of having 3 players that can be a superstar at any given time, let alone between them. This is the thing, y'all. Listen to this. So between Jokic and Murray, they had 68 points. If you add in Michael Porter Jr., the 3 of them scored 87 points tonight. Between 3 big 3 players, they scored 87 points and accumulated 23 rebounds and 16 assists. 87, 23, and 16 from 3 players. Special, man. Will Barton tonight. Will Barton was a +8 in a game the Denver Nuggets won by 4. He had 16 points in 41 minutes. He was 6 of 15 from the field. He had 6 rebounds and 3 assists, 6 of 15 from the field, 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Will Barton made some good plays. He struggled in some places, especially early on. He was missing a lot. Will Barton had an awful technical foul in overtime when the Denver Nuggets were only up 4 at the time. He had an awful technical foul. Just unnecessary. Got in somebody's face for bumping him. Hey, man, it's overtime. Let it go. It's overtime. But, y'all, I know what y'all want to talk about. International crowd. International community. If you're from Argentina, come here. Lean in. Lean in. This is your section. If you're a fan of European basketball, lean in. This is your section. Facu Campazzo. Facu Campazzo had 34 minutes, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, 0-1 from the field, 0-1 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 block, 1 steal, a +10 in a game the Denver Nuggets won by 4. Did you all see that steal that Facu Campazzo had on Zach LaVine? Raise your hand if you did. I can't say that I have seen a player get that kind of a steal in that kind of situation in a very long time. Facu Campazzo's full court defense is a problem for even all-star guards as athletic and as good as dribblers as Zach LaVine is. Zach LaVine, by the way, wasn't no slouch. Zach in 38 minutes, 32 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists on 10 of 20 shooting, 3 of 9 from the 3-point line, but a clutch 9 of 9 from the field. It was a -1. And that wasn't till the end of the game. But you all, man, Facu Campazzo is just looking like an amazing facilitator. Ever since Monte Morris has been out, truth is, the only reason he probably isn't starting, the only reason Facu isn't starting is because you want him running that second unit. But with Monte Morris out, Facu has really taken up that responsibility of not just being the leader of the second unit, but also being the leader in clutch situations at point guard. Because that dude's defense is exceptional. We had this conversation the other game. Facu isn't just a player of the decade. It may be the best league outside the NBA in the world because he works hard, because he's tenacious, because he plays unrelenting defense. It's not just that. The dude is smart. He's programmed. I said it last video. He is a step ahead on every single possession. When Zach LaVine had the ball in his right hand towards the end of the game, he was waiting for Zach LaVine to turn. So he moved his body. He made Zach LaVine turn to protect the basketball. When Zach lost focus in the middle of his turn, Facu swipes it. A 5'11" backup point guard swiped a 6'5" elite athlete in the NBA, all-star player, swiped him and stole it, changed the outlook of the game, saved the game for the Denver Nuggets. Facu Campazzo, give that man his flowers. Give Facu Campazzo his flowers. What a game. If you're not familiar with American, in particular African-American, the way that we have accustomed sometimes, when somebody gives a good word, when somebody gives a good performance, you might see this. But when you go to a Deaf Poet Jam, when you go to a place where a spoken word is, instead of giving somebody a round of applause, you give them a... And that's what I want to say to Facu Campazzo tonight. Masterful. Masterful. My Argentinians in the community, you should be proud. You should be proud that he put his talents on display tonight. What a game. What a game. How else to talk about it? It was an amazing game. Y'all want me to work through the notes? I mean, JaMychal Green had some big threes today. JaMychal Green had 10 points in 17 minutes, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 of 5 from the field. He was 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Zeke Naji, man. Zeke Naji was playing defense. Zeke Naji played great defense on Kobe White in the first half. He had 11 minutes. He had 8 points, 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the 3-point line was a 0, plus minus. Paul Millsap tonight, 18 minutes, 4 rebounds, 4 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Paul Millsap was a team worst, minus 13 tonight. Here's the thing. I didn't think Paul Millsap should have been playing that much in the second half anyway, because Zeke Naji looked better. He was hitting his shots. He was more fluid. And when you're playing against somebody like Lauri Markkanen, and then you're getting switched on to Zach LaVine and Kobe White and Otto Porter Jr., who had the game of his year. Like, Paul Millsap is just, again, he's just a little old. He's 36. Like, y'all got him running around on the perimeter and all this stuff. He just can't do it. So Zeke Naji needed to play because he looked good. Zeke Naji looked good on defense, so he needs to continue to play. He played really well tonight on defense. He hit his shots. I like Zeke Naji. Future starting power forward, maybe. PJ Dozier made some mistakes today. He had a turnover that was very loud, but again, PJ, 18 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, a minus 5. But what do y'all want me to say, man? The Nuggets weren't supposed to win this game. They weren't supposed to win this game. They were down 12. They were down 14 at one point. They didn't look good. In the fourth quarter, they were down 13 at one point. They didn't look good. Didn't look like they were going to show up today. And then all of a sudden, Nikola Jokic said, I'm the MVP of the league. Let me go ahead and just put Wendell Carter Jr. in the box real quick. Let me go ahead and put Thaddeus Young in the box real quick. And then Jamal Murray just said, hey, all right, I guess I'll show my talents today. I'm an all-NBA caliber player when I'm on. I guess I'll show my talents today. And that's exactly what happened. Michael Porter Jr. looks good. Jamal Murray looked good. I mean, what do you want to say? Let's talk about it. Leave it in the comments section. What do you think? Because I did not think at some point in this game it looked like it was going to be another Dallas Mavericks game where they just kind of mailed it in. You know, they had a good win against the Charlotte Hornets, won by like 25 points. Got to mail it in. Can't win them all. Can't win them all, even on a stretch like this. But then they say, nah, know what, Cam? Nope. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep playing, and we're going to get the job done. And the Denver Nuggets are a half game ahead. They're a half game ahead. They're a half game ahead of the Trailblazers in the 5th seed, and they're a half game behind the Clippers for the 4th seed. And they're 2 games behind the Suns for the 3 seed, and they're 3 games behind the Lakers for the 2 seed. I smell a run coming. I smell a run coming. The Denver Nuggets have won 8 of their last 9. 8 of their last 9. They're 9-2 in their last 11. I smell the run coming. I smell the climbing in the standings coming. I smell a Nikola Jokic MVP coming. I smell a Jamal Murray ascension happening. I smell an MPJ ascension happening. What can we say? Tonight was special, man. They were clutch. They were decisive. They were up 9 points at one point in overtime. They let go of the rope a little bit. But this team crawled out of a hole. If there's anything you could ever say about the Denver Nuggets in the Jokic-Murray era, and now with the MPJ era, if you can say anything, it's that they fight tooth and nail till the bitter end. And more than likely, they're going to come up victorious. Y'all, I'm SwipaCam. We swipe a gang. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe to the video, like the video, share the video, go to Reddit, go to the Discord, go to Twitch, share the video, share the content. We building. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this weekend. How about that? What about that for a challenge? Let's get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this weekend. I'm SwipaCam. The Denver Nuggets play again. They play again on Sunday against the Pelicans at 3 p.m. And we will have a video coming up shortly. And y'all, what a great win. Clutch Jokic, clutch Murray, clutch MPJ. Let's go. Swipe a gang. We out.